Hey guys, it's Jen with Cards Zen by Jen, back with you for another Manic Monday 5-minute card. This card for this week truly just involves stamp, ink, and paper. It's as simple as it gets. And truth be told, I'm kind of winging this today. This concept is in my head, but I have not usually make the card first and try it out. But today I'm just going to go with it. So, to show you the key players in our card today, the In the Moment Cling Stamp set. This is in the annual catalog. This catalog ends the end of April. So if you are interested in the In the Moment stamp set, you want to get your hands on that before it sells out. It has some really beautiful images in it. It has the lady sitting on like her window seat here. It has the lady looking out. You can have her looking out over the ocean, wherever you want to have her look out at. And it also has this really cute one with the lady in the bed with the blankets, a little dog beside her, has a book that she's reading. This is like my total image of self-care. I've never realized how much self-care is important, but I'm learning that as I'm approaching 50, that if you don't take care of yourself, nobody else will. So she's got her cup of coffee or tea and her dog and her book, and that's just a cozy day. So it also has some really nice sentiments in here, but you can always supplement other sentiments if you just simply want to make something a happy birthday, a Merry Christmas, a whatever, a get well. You can always supplement that. So the other key player that we are using today is the DSP, the Sun Prince DSP. This is actually beautiful paper. It stars some grays and some blues. Some of the blues are on the verge of a purplish color, but it has some really beautiful paper. Again, this is in the annual catalog. Let me show you my favorite paper in here. We're not using this one today. I use this one very sparingly because I love it so much. But yeah, so this is absolutely my favorite piece of DSP, and it will only get used on something that is absolutely worthy, in my opinion. So today we are going to be using let me pull it out of here. Probably should have done this ahead of time, but we are going to use this sheet here. That's what we're going to use. So let's bring in our paper trimmer and start getting everything cut up for our card. And we're going to start with our card base, which I'm using Smoky Slate. So for our Smoky Slate, we are going to cut this to 5.5 by 8.5. Get rid of that second piece. And then we'll be able to just fold that over. I do not know what I did with my bone folder. I lost it. I cannot believe it. I have like 5 of them. I did an event last week and I don't think that I put it away. So I'm gonna cheat for just a second. You did not see this. You did not see this, but I just used something else. All right, so there's my cardstock. We are gonna take our Night of Navy and we are gonna cut this to 3 by 3.5. So I'm gonna cut my first piece to 3. And we're gonna do 3.5. 3 by 3.5. I'm going to take another piece of this Night of Navy and I'm going to cut it to 3/4. Oops, 3/4. If I can get that on there right. By 4. I have a piece of basic white scrap. We all have 1,000 pieces of basic white scrap laying around. This is a 1/2 inch by 4 inches. And then I'm going to take my piece of DSP and we are going to cut this. It's going to be 4 inches wide. By 5.25. There we go. Now we have all of our components for our card front and we're going to get started. So the first thing that we are going to do is I'm going to adhere to the front of my Smoky Slate cardstock. I'm going to adhere my DSP. I'm going to apply some glue here to the back. There we go. And center that up and put it down. Voila. I'm not sticking anything else because everything else is getting stamped. And the rule is that we never, ever stick it down until after we've stamped it. We are going to be using this lady sitting on, looking out the window here. So let me pull that out. Okay, I'll put that on our block. And we're using Whisper White today. We are going to do a little bit of a whitewash technique. Super simple, but very cute. So we are going to ink this up with the white. Sorry if that made that jiggle a little bit too much. I'm going to come down in that corner, stamp her. There you go. Got it slightly crooked, but that's okay. We can live with it. If you just turn your head a little bit to the right, it doesn't look so crooked anymore. So we are going to use a Whisper White colored pencil. And we are just going to come in, and here's where the whitewashing comes in. Let's just come into this window pane here. We're just going to come in here a little bit. I am not great at coloring, but the nice thing about the pencils is that they are very forgiving. But I truly am not great at coloring. I am not even going to begin to lie to you. So let's do this one down here as well. There you go. So what else do you think we should color in here? Maybe a little bit on her coffee mug. And how about a little bit on the pillows? You see where I'm going with this? It just kind of creates just a little bit without going all crazy. All right, so what do you think about that? So now we are going to take this piece and we are going to put this at the bottom. There we go, just like that. Voila. And then, oops, got some glue on that. We'll just turn it over and use the other side. And take our Night of Navy piece. Turn that over. You're going to put that as a band just across the top of it. Get that centered. The nice thing about the glue is that you can move it slightly. And then the last thing that we're going to do is I'm actually going to use Starry Sky. And we are going to put the You're in My Thoughts across the top of this. So let's load that up on our block. Let's see if I can do this without messing it up. And remember, if you mess it up, there is always the other side. Again, slightly crooked, but that's okay. It is a handmade card. It's not supposed to be perfect. If it were perfect, I guess it would come from China, but it doesn't. I apologize if you hear any swearing coming. My husband is in the kitchen. I put him in charge of starting to cook. So kind of multitasking today, but he is in the kitchen. So there you go. There is our card. We are just going to add, because you always have to have some kind of embellishments, right? So we're just going to add some butterflies because I like the butterflies. They make me happy. So just add, I'm going to use take your pick tool to pick that up. Maybe to pick that up. Not working out so much today. So let's put one there. Let's put another one up here. There you go. So what do you think, guys? The color washing technique can also be used for if you do, you know, any of these, you can use a color washing technique. For this one, I used some in her book, in her pillows, a little bit on the front of the dog, her socks and the mug, and a little bit on the blankets. So I'm going to, once this is viewed, I am going to upload this to my blog and maybe show you a couple of other card designs that you can use with this technique. So there's my 5-minute card. Hope you had a great day and happy stamping.